Welcome to the Florida Bar Podcast, where we highlight the latest trends in law office and law practice management to help you run your law firm. Brought to you by the Florida Bar's Practice Resource Institute. You're listening to Legal Talk Network.
Hello, and welcome to the Florida Bar Podcast, brought to you by the Practice Resource Institute on Legal Talk Network. We're so glad you're joining us. This is Christine Bilbrey. I'm a practice management advisor at PRI and one of the hosts for today's show, which is being recorded from our offices in Tallahassee, Florida. My co-host is Jonathon Israel.
Hello, I'm Jonathon Israel, and I'm the director of the Florida Bar's Practice Resource Institute.
Today at PRI, we have a special report on the upcoming Florida Bar Annual Convention in Boca Raton. And joining us to give you the inside scoop on Annual Convention 2017 is this year's committee chair, Melanie Griffin. Melanie is the managing shareholder of the Tampa office of the Dean Mead Law Firm. She's a past president of the Florida Bar Young Lawyers Division and has been recognized for 8 consecutive years in Super Lawyers and Florida Trend Legal Elite. She was also honored in 2017 as a Best Lawyer in America. Welcome to the show, Melanie.
Thanks for having me today.
Melanie, can you tell our listeners a little bit about the theme for this year's annual convention, as well as maybe about the location that we're hosting it?
The theme for this year's convention is Inspire Our Future, which is really aimed at encouraging lawyers and practitioners who attend the convention to collaborate together to affect positive change, particularly given all of the issues that are facing the profession in terms of technology, professionalism, this year's Constitution Revision Commission, etc. And they will have the chance to do this collaboration at the convention, which is being held June 21 through 24 at the Boca Raton Resort and Club in beautiful South Florida.
So what are some of the things that you and your committee have planned to make Annual Convention 2017 special?
This year's convention will be special because there is going to be a full day of technology CLEs on Wednesday, which is particularly important given the passage of the new technology requirement as a part of the CLEs that have to be registered with the Florida Bar for each reporting cycle every 3 years. And practitioners will have the opportunity to check off that box by attending the specially planned technology CLEs on Wednesday that are being sponsored by the PRI as well as the Young Lawyers Division. On Thursday, it is going to be a special day honoring our retiring executive director, Jack Harkness, after 37 years of hard work for the Florida Bar. There will be a special tribute to him at the judicial luncheon during the day, and then both he and Jane Curran will be receiving the Medals of Honor that evening at the special dinner hosted by the Florida Bar Foundation. And the convention will wrap up, although it continues until Saturday with meetings of the sections and divisions. The primary wrap-up party will be Friday night with a special Boots and Pearls party for our president's reception, honoring outgoing President Bill Schifino and featuring the band Libido, which is supposed to be one of South Florida's hottest bands. It'll definitely get the dance floor moving.
So you touched on 2 of the President's Showcase seminars that you're featuring on Thursday and Friday. So you mentioned Constitution Revision Commission. And what's the other President's Showcase topic that they're going to have?
The Constitution Revision Commission will be on Thursday, as you noted, and that is our first President's Showcase seminar. Our second President's Showcase seminar is going to be on Friday, and that is a master's on ethics that is really hitting a lot of the hot topics in the legal industry right now and is a continuation of a technology, cybersecurity theme, and a great opportunity for lawyers in need of those hard-to-get ethics credits to check those off by attending that President's Showcase seminar.
Excellent. Jonathon, can you tell our listeners how many on the Wednesday seminars that we're also hosting, how many CLE credits are being offered with the 2 sessions?
So the 2 sessions combined will equal up to 7 hours of technology credit, but you have the option of doing, either just the morning session for 3 hours of credit or just the afternoon session of 4 hours of credit, or of course, like I mentioned, you have the full 7 hours if you would like. The other neat thing about this program is that it's also being billed as a basic skills requirement course. So you're kind of checking off 2 boxes there where you get your technology CLE credit as well as meeting your basic skills requirement with this one.
Excellent. So a lot is going to be accomplished. We're hoping that they're going to tell us who the new executive director is, so that'll be worth attending. What are some of the fun things that are going to be going on at night, Melanie?
So on Wednesday, there is a marketplace where lawyers can learn about the hottest trends and exhibitors and sponsors that are helping our practitioners in the profession. And that will actually continue all throughout convention. So that's definitely a place to stop by. On Thursday evening, there is the all members reception, which is a free reception where colleagues can network and join together. And then in addition, that evening are all of the receptions hosted by the Florida law schools that alumni can stop by so they can see their fellow classmates. And then later that evening is a MAD party that is having a 60s theme hosted by the Florida Bar Young Lawyers Division. That is going to be from 9 p.m. until midnight. And then on Friday is the President's Reception that is free to everybody who attends the convention as long as they have pre-registered for it. And if you pre-register for it, then you have free entry, plus you're entitled to drink tickets. And that's the program that we were mentioning earlier in the show that is going to feature the South Florida band Libido. It's going to have great food, and it's going to also honor our outgoing president, Bill Schiaffino, as well as welcome our incoming president and president-elect, Michael Heiger and Michelle Suskauer.
Great. And so for the attorneys that are going to also bring their children along, I know that the Boca Resort has the Serendipity Ice Cream Parlor. That's a favorite of mine down there. But the Young Lawyers Division has a special event planned for members who are bringing their children with them. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. We want this to be a family-friendly event. And a couple of things to mention that will be great for the kids, in addition to the fun places to eat and grab ice cream and lollipops, are certainly the Under the Sea event on Thursday night. That's the main night that there are convention activities that are ongoing. And so the Young Lawyers Division is hosting a free kids night out from 7 to 11 p.m. for people to bring their kids by that would enjoy those activities. There is the beach club at the Boca Raton Resort and Club that guests can stop by if they want to enjoy the beach with their family. And then the Friday night President's Reception that we've been discussing is also a family-friendly event, and kids are more than welcome to attend that. And there's usually an ice cream sundae bar at that event that kids and, of course, adults look forward to as well.
So for our members who have not yet registered, how do they register to make sure there's a place for them?
For members who have not yet registered, the process is a little bit different this year because the Florida Bar has implemented its e-portal. So you have to register to have your e-portal, which will not only enable you to register for the Florida Bar Convention, but then afterwards to register for all kinds of seminars and CLEs and everything that Florida Bar members need to participate in the organization in the future. So this year, that step one is make sure that you have your e-portal registration complete. And then step two is to log in using your e-portal and to go online, and you have easy online access to register for this year's annual convention. And something that's important to note about registration is there are two options. One is to attend the convention and register to receive the fabulous CLE credits that we have been discussing. And of course, we highly encourage that. And if you do choose to participate in the CLEs, in addition to the a la carte events that we've been describing, then you need to make sure that you pay the annual convention fee. If you conversely are not going to be able to participate in the CLEs, then of course we'll miss you there, but look forward to seeing you at the a la carte events. And then you just need to register for the events that you will attend, and you do not need to pay the annual convention fee.
Yeah, I think that's also another interesting point about the registration opportunities is that you don't have to just go for the CLEs. It is a huge networking opportunity to network with your fellow bar members and other people in the legal profession. It's a great opportunity for that with all the alumni receptions for the law schools and the other events that we're hosting throughout the week.
It's definitely going to be a fun time in addition to an educational opportunity.
Great. Okay. So if you are interested in registering, you can go to the Florida Bar website at floridabar.org. And I hope that everyone will come see Jonathon and I. We're going to have the PRI booth there. We're looking forward to it. And if you have any other questions, Melanie, are you directing everyone to the Florida Bar website, or is there a dedicated address where they can find registration?
If you Google to find registration, there is a dedicated webpage on the Florida Bar. I think it's on the home page that actually links to it. And then we've been getting questions a myriad of ways. We've been getting them via my email address. If people look me up on the Florida Bar under Find a Lawyer in the upper right-hand corner, they're welcome to email me directly and look for Melanie S. Griffin. We have had a lot of social media interaction thanks to our fabulous social media guru at the Florida Bar, Danny Aller. So we've had people reaching out to us on Facebook, Twitter, etc. So that's certainly an avenue as well. And then there are main contact details listed on the annual convention webpage that, again, is linked to the Florida Bar homepage when you log on to flawbar.org.
Great. So I want to thank Melanie Griffin for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
This has been a special edition of the Florida Bar Podcast brought to you by the Practice Resource Institute on Legal Talk Network. I'm Christine Bilbrey.
And I'm Jonathon Israel. Until next time, thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening to the Florida Bar Podcast, brought to you by the Florida Bar's Practice Resource Institute and produced by the broadcast professionals at Legal Talk Network. If you'd like more information about today's show, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com, subscribe via iTunes and RSS. Find the Florida Bar, the Florida Bar Practice Resource Institute, and Legal Talk Network on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Or download the free app from Legal Talk Network in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.